Hey everyone, and welcome back to the farm. Happy Easter to all of you, no matter where you're at. And if you're our friends from Canada, happy Easter tomorrow. So we're going to talk about what we got going on. We're always doing projects. Everybody knows that. So let's see what today's projects are. So behind me, this is a 1998 Eager Beaver trailer. Now, if you saw when we went to go get our Oliver OC4 crawler, my son and I hooked this up, and he is so good at hooking this up. He had to teach me how to do it when he was like 7 years old. It's been used a lot. It's been all over the nation. It has a triaxle, and it needs work. See this nice lovely deck? Look at how nice and lovely that deck is. You drive anything up on here, these holes, right where your tires sit. Not exactly safe, not exactly convenient either. A lot of editing has to go on because of getting tongue twisted. And during a live stream, I don't have that opportunity. So if I get tongue tied, you know why. Okay, I'm going to show you under the axle. And it's always hard to turn this around for a second. Okay, what are these things called? He told me and I forgot. The laser right here is cracked right through, and I know that helps with, you know, your ride and suspension and everything, but these tires are bald, super bald, so it needs some work done. Now, the trouble we've had with these is that they're an odd size. They're a 9.5, 16.5, and the cheapest I could find online, I kind of started into projects for this. We have an affiliate with a person that has a sawmill, and we were talking about doing a white oak or an ash deck on it. Doing any repairs on the side deck here. We see we've got some rust through, and I don't know if he'll cut that out and replace the whole thing because you just end up with more holes, or if he's going to patch it. But yeah, getting materials right now are becoming an obstacle, and the reason is my essential is different than, you know, homeowner handyman's home essentials, and a farm essential is, you know, essential. So we need this to be able to do work. So right now there's been, you know, tractor purchases going on, and it's just hard to be able to use this in the condition that it is, especially with the John Deere tires being so skinny. So right now I've been looking at a little Ford tractor. I can't go get it because, you know, I end up having to lay something over the top of this. Well, I can't buy paint. I was at the grocery store the other day, and you know what happened? There's signs up in the aisle saying, no, you can't do that. We can't sell you paint. It is part of the Michigan Stay Home, Stay Safe initiative. Well, Jennifer Granholm, I have a problem with that. We are farming, and we have things going on that I need paint. Huh? Oh, yes, it's not Granholm, it's Whitmer. Not much of a difference. They call her Governor Whitmer, I think. It's hilarious. Okay, so I understand they don't want you painting your kitchen, but, you know, we've got farm implements that need work. And, you know, Trey has got that 3-bottom plow and he wants to paint it. So, you know, issues with getting that. So anyways, I was saying about the tires. These are trailer tires. He found out with the bolt pattern, we can actually purchase Ford wheels and actually get truck tires to put on here for less money. Cheap, crappy tires. I don't remember the brand that they were. 96 bucks a piece. So that's $300 for each side. A better tire was maybe 120. The local tire shop was like 145, and of course not in stock. So it gets costly. Isaiah, thank you for that super chat. That's very nice of you. Happy Easter. It's always nice to have people care about us. Maybe we'll put that towards some tires. DFG Livestock in Pakistan. Oh my gosh. We're in the United States. That is just amazing to me. We've had viewers from Scotland leave comments, and it just always floors me, the reach, and that farming communities are everywhere, all over the world. So we appreciate you guys being here and taking time out of your Sunday. Bart Simpson, I think that's an alias. Everyone should have an alias. I don't like it when people show up to buy something and they call me by my first name. It drives me nuts. I've had jobs in the past where you have to wear a name tag and people come in and they call you by your name, which is funny because I never use my name. I'm Mom. To you guys, I'm all Mommy Milestones. Well, I'm going to flip you back around here and show you what he's got going on. We got some plow work done this week and we got some disking. There'll be a video up. Yeah. Between all the prepping and homesteading videos, things are getting overlapped and editing. We're at the end of maple syrup season. That's going on. But this is the plow he has been using, and this is a 416, and this one is a 414.
Yeah.
So he didn't this is a junky car tire, and it was on this one. So he's swapping them around. I'm going to paint his rim for him today because this is an actual agricultural implement tire. And yeah, cleaning and greasing and things like that. It's been a good handy deal. And guess what? It was free. So you'll see a little bit about that in the next video, but he knew another person. It's always good to know a few people. We don't have a lot of people that we're close with or talk to. We're each other's friends. I think that's important. But these are semi-mounts?
Yep.
Or trailer type. Okay.
Semi-mount.
Yep. So he's got the two. Tray's 3 bottoms over there, and I have enough paint to do one project. So he's going to have to move these for me after his repairs to do a power washing on them because I don't think we need them all sitting around. And I thought we could sell the second one over, use that money as a reinvestment into parts for Tray's tractor because now we're thinking it needs 2 trips done on it. Now originally we thought, hey, just take the trip mechanisms off of 2 of these or one of them, and it's about $70. But I'll tell you, agricultural wise, parts can be hard to get right now. There's delays in shipping, and if a company is far away, then maybe they can't get it over to where we need it. So this is a Brillion Cultipacker or Cultipacker. I don't know if a Cultimulcher is the same thing. You'll have to tell me about that. But he's going to open this up and check the bearings on it. And he said he's got 2 bad wheels. So what's going on now that we're finding out, he was able to borrow his dad's. Maybe this one is his dad's. Yeah. I think the other one's up over there. So yes, this is the one that he just fixed the hitch on it. It was all wore out. What people are doing now is they're taking the sections, and I don't know how they're managing the bearings on the end, but they're turning them into 2, repaint your framework, use some angle iron, and they're usually a lot lighter angle iron than this. This is probably 3-inch. And then they turn around and make 2 of them out of it. It's super. It's a real handy thing to do, and they're using them for food plots and for deer hunting plots. Because you can do that, but you can't feed the deer. We don't hunt, so that doesn't matter. If we get desperate during these times, we will. Bethany, they see the little pink bunny rabbit. She loves her bunny ears. I was able to head out last night. She had to choose today. She got an Easter hat and she got Easter bunny ears. Georgie got bunny ears too, and they call them Hop Hops. You are.
Oh.
Say hi.
Hi.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, these good little kids are just out because it is warm. It's going to get up to about 55 today. And we got an unexpected rain last night, so that was unpleasant.
And now we can't handle Easter egg hunt.
I was just reading Chris's comment about using John Deere equipment. And it's pretty much what we use. We have a little bit of oddball things that, you pick up here and there. But my projects for the last couple weeks, I have been reconditioning old tanks. He does a pressure test on them, finds any leaks, uses his explosometer on them, and then does any welding or patching that needs to be done. I sand them, scrape them, paint them, grind them, do everything that needs to be done. So we've been getting out the spares. I would say retirement is imminent during everything that's going on. The in-laws are getting older, and I'd rather have a full-time farm going on. So these are due to get hauled out of here today or tomorrow. Lots and lots of great things. We stay busy. In fact, yesterday, Murdoch is my chef, and Murdoch was asked to make us lunch. Bethany wants to show you the forsythias. It has gotten a little bit warmer, this yellow bush. I worked real hard at those this winter, and I cut like crazy out of there. Probably about February we had a warm day. And I just went out there with the loppers. They were probably 12 feet high, which is really good, lots of privacy, but they were bowing right over and they didn't bloom well. So I thought if I cut them back, gave them some new life, then they would do better. This was my project with my chainsaw last week, and I cut down an apple tree. And you know what? Speaking of essential items, you can buy charcoal and you can buy wood, like mulch and stuff for your smoker. You can buy makeup and cosmetics, but you can't go back and buy Rust-Oleum paint to do a project. They had 3 aisles of the entire Meijer store closed off, saying, we know you'd like this item in your home, it looks good, but this is considered non-essential for the stay home, stay safe. And you know, that's taking money out of the store's pocket. Meijer is one of the biggest grocery store chains in Michigan, probably Kroger being the next, and Walmart. So I had to run out to the store last night, mask in hand, hand sanitizer in my pocket. Yes, honey? Yes, you can.
Okay, so, and the day before yesterday, I think, me and my mom were planting strawberries on our deck.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Yes.
We bought them from the store, and we also bought potatoes, and I had a little garden, and I planted tulips and other things.
Okay, so we'll talk about gardening here in just a minute. So yeah, we did some container garden items on the deck yesterday, and I had saw another person's video locally, and they were talking about sections of the stores being closed. And in our area, it's kind of like the garden center's closed. A lot of wah, you know, there's like homesteading and hobby gardening. If it's sold like in the store and not outside in the garden center, you can generally get it. Like for me, I can go into Menards and go get things that I need. You know, we have our like farm account there, and I would say if you are earning your income from your farm and that it's not just a hobby feeding your family, you're going to be able to get what you need. There's different seed companies, and I know because the gardening is so huge right now, maybe you might have a little bit of a delay, which could be a problem with starting plants early. I tend to have better luck planting directly in the ground and then thinning them as needed, because my plants tend to get a little bit leggy. Georgie's waving at me. But you can still get your seeds, you can still get your plants. I was going through the center aisle. You can buy potato chips, but you can't buy seeds. Do you know what? You can buy soda or pop, but you can't return the cans. Which I would think oh, I'm coughing. I would think that most people wouldn't want to buy the pop if they can't get back to the store, so they're not hooked on that caffeine or, you know, the high fructose corn syrup or whatever, and then have the pop bottles sitting around. We drink a little bit of Coke around here, not a whole bunch. So I tend to just say, okay, I'm just going to have a coffee, and I kind of weaned myself off the Coke by switching to coffee anyway, and, you know, we all need more water in our lives. But yeah, the garbage that I see people buying at the checkouts during a time where there's shortages, like you can't get ground beef right now. So that's, I think, always super interesting. Yeah, not always great choices going on there. So I'm going to switch around here and show you the bad caulipacker. Oh, needing a haircut. Well, you know, give yourself a haircut. Get the clippers out and do it. I cut these guys' hairs, and I was just actually looking at George the day before yesterday. His hairline around his ears and his neck need trimming, and his hair gets down below his eyebrows, and then he can't see well. So this is the bad caulipacker, and it looks like this end has been smashed, and he said somebody tried to fix it. And yeah, this piece is all... What is this? What is going on here? There's broken off on the other side? That's supposed to be a triangle.
This is supposed to go here.
Okay.
And they ripped that one right off. So now, this is... Somebody wrecked the tongue. This is homemade. This is not a brilliant tongue. So this is all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So then they caused themselves more trouble elsewhere. They smashed something with that. And then in here there's see this piece that holds this cone for the bearing? That red piece is actually broke. I don't know if we can find that, but the bearing on each side is completely shot. And then this is an 11-footer, which does not have a carrier bearing in the center. I guess they felt that shaft was not so long that it was going to cause trouble, because the 14-footer over there has a bearing in the center, and I think a 12-footer even does.
Okay.
So this bearing's completely shot. They just kept running it. They didn't care for it at all. So we thought...
How did we come about this?
It was part of a trade. It was free.
I tend to get a lot of stuff bartering and trading.
So it's got 35 wheels. 2 of them are broke. One of them has this hole right here. And one of them over here has a piece missing out of it that's pretty big that would actually fill the thing with dirt. So we haven't decided yet, but we may make this into 2.
Yeah, this one's cracked.
Where?
Right here.
There's, yeah. So we think we might just make new frames and make 2 like 5-foot.
Yeah.
These are 4-inch axle. These are 4 inches wide, and I think these are like a 17.5 or 18-inch diameter.
Yeah.
So we think we might take the bad ones, scrap them, get normal bearings.
George! No, he's over there. Come on! He's interested in the piggies.
So we might just make a couple 5-footers out of it for food plots.
Yeah.
They're worth as much as...
Yeah, so two of these as a food plot would bring more money than selling this. And then he talked about parting it out also, but...
there's 33 of these, I think, that are good.
And
that's quite a bit of money, too. But 2 food plot units might be a better use of the parts. It's a lot of labor to build them up new, and then we would just discontinue that bearing like that and just use carrier bearings that you get, like a bearing block where you have 2 bolts and you put it on a piece of stock and do something like that. But money-wise and labor-wise, the best thing to do with it is sell all the wheels.
Yeah.
Save the steel. Save.
Yeah. See, I see another hole in this one right here. So you know how many like projects where every other video is a project or a repair or something that we're working on.
But I got this.
But it's kind of fun. I mean, it's work that we enjoy doing. Yeah, this is off his plow. It was all bent, so I asked him if he could straighten it out. And
it was like this. Somebody must have pulled away with it and forgot. So I'll straighten this back up and go put this back in, but...
oh, that's the kind of thing I do. Forget to pull up the jack.
Well, somebody did. So I'll go get this back in, but yeah, we don't know what to do with this yet.
Oh, you have one to fix on the manure spreader, too. The bottom.
No problem.
See, our projects are lined up. He needs to weld the front axle on my little trailer for me. I don't know what the warranty was on it. I had Jack feeding the animals corn a lot, and he was parking it right under where the corn door was on the grain trailer, like the big, huge grain trailer that used to sit in my driveway. And that, like, black, rotted corn liquid from the rain, everything running through the whole trailer was dripping on that, and it just corroded right off. And 6 full buckets of grain will fit in that. Like right now I'm by the pigs. The barn, the corn, the rye, all the food from the pigs comes straight from there, 2 buckets at a time. And boy, I hauled 2 buckets of rye up here the other day, and it just seemed so heavy. I was exhausted by the time I got here. Then I realized I had no gloves, and the little plastic thing on the top of the bucket had broke, so I had the wires going right into, you know, the crevices in my hand, so it didn't feel so good. Georgie is giving the piggies pine cones right now. I think this is a white pine. I think they like their rye better. Yeah? All right, let's go find out where Sister went. Oh, this is another project that we've been doing here. Burning barrels. Got a coffee can. We're selling off. He gets, you know, tractor hydraulic fluid and sometimes motor oil. And has to empty out the barrels, or the customer gives them the barrel back. He turns them into burning barrels. They call it side hustle now. Little side income coming in, little waste going out, and it's a whole lot better than having to haul them to a scrapyard. And there's only so many piles that a person wants. Got a video coming out, I think on the 15th, about being poor and appearances. You see this. Some men see projects. Other people come into a farm, especially our farm, and they're like, oh my God, what's going on here? See this? Do you notice anything? There was a huge tank here. I think it was 2,000 gallons. It got hauled off this morning. If you haven't caught in some recent videos, we got a cold start and an old start on that backhoe. Something's kind of not quite right with it. A hydraulic cylinder is sticking, so you got to keep it going as you're using it so it doesn't stop going. I don't know. Something's got to be bypassed. But it's going. Come on. Come on. I don't want you up by the piggies on your own. I'm holding his hand. He doesn't want to. Mama needs a drink. So he moved that big tank. Here's more of my poorness. All of our wealth and our Detroit diesels. So this big tank got moved over here. He was going to add a drain hole to it. He did some welding on this a while ago, and I didn't get to paint it before winter. And this is going to be some reserve fuel. So, yeah, I think if things are low during this time, if you've been watching fuel prices at all, it'd be a good time to have a little bit of reserve. My knowledge, ooh, got a gross slug here. Hanging out. He's going to get dried out on that tank. We'll let him live and put him in the dirt. Miss Bethy, where'd you go? There you go, slug. Well, I've got, heard that chime. Somebody's lost. But this is my project for today. I've got an overhead tank that I painted the stand yesterday. And we got some honeybees hanging out around here. So I'm going to move George's tractor for him because I disassembled some beehives. And those bees are being attracted to here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right. Let's move this out of the way. So it's getting to be time for me to get to work. I've got two 300-gallon overhead tanks that I'm going to paint today. The stands are both done. Let's see, this green one and this red one. I'm going to try to do some sanding on that one for some rough surfacing. Just to kind of smooth it out so it's not crusty. And yeah, these are ready to go. This is what's going on our Easter. We had our little Easter time this morning, big Easter breakfast, and we'll be having dinner a little bit later today. But we just wanted to check in with you guys. I knew I wouldn't have time to do some editing to kind of say happy to Easter to everybody and see how everything was going on with you guys. So this is our happy Easter to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.